You eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, and everything. That's how you live in your life. You're saying the law's done away with, and then all of a sudden you reading Revelations and understanding it and breaking it down. It's not working like that, because if you understand it, the Most High is going to send you out to go teach it, because you'd be a prophet. The Most High is not going to send no prophet out that's eating pork chops, eating all type of abominations, and go teach His word. That's not how it works. You got to understand this law. You got to do your best to keep it, and then you will be wise in the sight of the nations. Because believe it or not, even though these other nations, walk by us and call us niggas at camp, they marvel at the fact that we found out who the hell we are. I was just talking to a Yemenite, and I asked him, was he Sunni or Shiite? He was like, huh? Are you Sunni or Shiite? Like, huh? Are you Sunni or Shiite? Like, huh? What? Are you Sunni or Shiite? Oh! How do you know about that? He was just surprised the fact that I knew the difference that, all Muslims aren't Al-Qaeda, Mujahideen, fly into building terrorists. He just looked at me as just like a regular nigga. So if he was impressed simply by me knowing the difference between a Sunni and Shiite Muslim, imagine how much impressed he'd be if he actually knew that I knew my nationality, I knew his, I knew his fucking religion, and I knew his nationalities. Go back to Abraham, unless he's confused in the face. They are amazed. Other nations are truly amazed when they see that we come together. As much as they say, oh, those niggas, they're amazed when they see that, wow, they found out who they are. It's amazing to them, especially to these Amalekites. When they got the little fucking small little teacup on their fucking head, and even when they try to fucking troll, they still are amazed and surprised the fact that we found out who we are. Like, how the hell did you find out? That's what they would say if they really could say it. They'd be like, we spent all this fucking, you telling me we spent millions and billions of dollars to hide this truth from you, and you still figured it out. That's amazing. And we out here keeping the laws, statutes, commandments. They look at us as we're amazing. But now that doesn't mean that they don't hate us. Don't get that twisted. They're still going to hate us, just like how we hate them. But they're going to look at us and be like, wow, that truly is amazing. Not only that, but the way we're breaking down prophecies. We're breaking down the scriptures. The way we know what precept to go to. Also, the fact that we ain't go to no Bible school either to learn this. Here we are, some bums on the street, that come out every fucking Saturday, cussing out white people, and then we the wisest people that you see on the corner. It's only our people that look at us and call us niggas and dumb and think that we're the dumbest people in the world. Now, if you notice, well, I don't know if you ever been on some of you brothers haven't been on the line or not, but one thing you notice is when you go on the line, most nations, when they disagree, whatever, they do not disagree with the sign. The Native Americans are Gadites, Simeon is your so-called Dominicans, Levites being your Haitians, so forth. They don't disagree with that. They look to see, are they on the sign, and that's about it. But they don't look and see like, man, these guys are the 12 tribes. And a lot of times, when you tell them where they are on the sign with the table of nations, like, oh, you this tribe, or you that tribe, you the tribe of Ham. They don't even disagree with you. Sometimes they know. Especially Ham. A lot of Hamites know what time it is. They know who you are. They know who they are. And that they ain't tripping about it. Okay, I'm going to grab another one. It says, this is Daniel 12:1. And at that time, Michael, matter of fact, I'll skip up. This is, matter of fact, I'll start with just one verse ahead. Daniel 12:2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise, keyword wise, because we found out what wisdom is. It's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. So you're going to be able to see the righteousness in brothers in the kingdom. You know, you're going to be like, damn, that brother had to been, you know, strong in his truth. You know, because he'd be shining. And even now, wisdom makes that face to shine. I remember when Apostle Manatas, I told him how fucking shiny his face was. Like, he said he don't see it. He said, but he hears it. And I'm like, his face was so shiny. I remember this honest testimony. I thought maybe something was going on with his skin. Like, I thought maybe, you know, like that was his skin. You know, because it was different than seeing the brother in person and versus seeing him on the video. I thought maybe, you know, like, did something happen to his skin recently? Because it was just so shiny. It was just so bright. You know, I just remember that. You know, and wisdom makes that face to shine. So imagine when you were even more wiser in the kingdom, you know, and you delivered those from righteousness. Imagine how shiny you're going to be, especially when you have those white robes on. You know, Jake is going to know in that day who, you know, the Most High 144,000 are. Verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So the scripture says knowledge shall be increased. And here you are. Jake is still dumb, stupid, and retarded as hell. We're living in a time where the scriptures are being opened up, and the books are being opened up before the firmament. And out of all the times to be retarded and stupid, you choose the time when the Most High is unreleasing the seals, opening these books, the prophecies, and allowing, you know, his word to be taken. And this is when you want to choose to be the dumbest. You know, and this is not the time. The scripture says it's high time to wake up out of sleep, out of slumber. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. And it says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. Let God be true, but every man a liar. Meaning no. So if some people don't believe, who gives a shit? You know, we're not obligated to go out here and teach every single person and convert every single person. We just gotta, you know, invite them to the wedding. This is Revelations 5 and verse 1 through 5. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the back side sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loosen the seals thereof? And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and read the book, neither to look thereon. So this is talking about now, in these times, in these days. Shalom. Now in these days, this book is being opened, you know, because Scripture says knowledge is to be this, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time. So that's what's going on. you know, Slakia, not wisdom, ability at times, but wisdom and knowledge shall be increased. And this is because the books is being opened, because you got people that's opening the book. This is when you decide, you know, to understand and read the scriptures, you know, and want to, you know, get, you know, better at this. Verse 4, and I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and loose the 7 seals thereof. So, the scripture says, you know, it's going to be opened up.